Google AI is definitely on fire, and especially the image generation model, Nano Banana, has got a lot of attention. But as digital marketers, how can you really use it besides just for fun stuff? So in this video, I'll show you 10 immediate ways you can use it for digital marketing tasks. Let's go. So let's first clarify what most people misunderstood about the image models from Google. There are two image models. Nano Banana, or the Gemini Flash image model, is a go-to for rapid image editing. It excels at keeping subjects consistency, which is why it works best when you need many quick conversation edit or image generation. Image Gen model, on the other hand, is designed for generating new, super quality, photorealistic images from scratch using text. You can access both from the Gemini app, but for full control over which model you're using, you should go to AI Studio instead. The most powerful use I found is for product shots and ad creative generation. And for most people, the problem is not asking the model to generate images, but knowing how to prepare the detailed image prompt. So let me show you the better approach. So the process starts with finding inspiration on Pinterest or other design sites. So let's say I came across this ad and I can just screen cap it and fit it directly into a custom gem that I built, where I can just paste back the reference image and it will generate the detailed scene prompts for me. And I suggest you to adjust the style, fine-tune the colors to add your own ideas. So now we can just paste back the generated prompt, turn on the image model, and boom, the product shot is ready. It's looking exactly in the style that we want in the first place. And you can adjust the product whatever you want. Like in this case, I want it to be centered. So this is absolutely incredible. An important note is that for now, there's no way you can specify the aspect ratio for the output image. So it will always preserve the aspect ratios for the last user input image. So if you wanted to follow a specific aspect ratio, here is a workaround. So this time we're doing a coffee bean ad, and using the same method, we get the text to image prompt, and this time also go to Canva to search for the desired aspect ratio for the output. So I like Canva because it has already got different common marketing content output formats, and copy it as a reference. So this time upload both the product image and the output ratio image, and using the same method to generate the final image. And you can see the output looks really nice and is ready to use to create the final ad on Canva. Another tip for you is you can use the image upscaler on Canva to enhance the image quality, because sometimes the resolutions is not good enough for final production. And so after a few tweaks, we have this ready to use social ad creative, and this is definitely one of the best use cases. Another way is to generate lifestyle marketing photos that sell by helping your customer visualize the product in their lives. The key here is to provide context by using a specific target persona. So like this example, we have this backpack product, and we can ask Nano Banana to generate a lifestyle photo for our first target audience, who is an urban commuter. And you can see the results is pretty nice. The backpack looks sharp, although it might look a little bit big, and you can always fine tune it. And then we can generate another one for a university student, and then perhaps a casual traveler. And the thing that I like about it is very easy to change anything in an image. So like I want her to wear the backpack and look at the map, or maybe adding more people in a scene to make it more interesting. And then I can even prompt it to give me a close-up image for the same red backpack in a street scene. So there are so many ways you can generate different lifestyle shots. And not just for tangible products, maybe you're doing marketing for a SaaS product. So you can just give it your product screen capture like a dashboard, and then ask it to generate a lifestyle photo with a target audience in mind, like a busy marketer. And I really like the output. It looks natural, which can be used on a landing page. And this time, let's try a UX designer. And this is even better because I love the scene that has more people, is more inviting. And not just for single image, Nano Banana is also powerful in blending multiple images. So in this case, we have a luggage product and a business traveler, and I can just prompt it to generate a lifestyle product shot with these person and the luggage products together. And I'm quite impressed by the output because the product look exactly the same as the original, and literally you can just use it to blend any kinds of images together. Like this example, a smart mug product with a home scene, and to get the best results, I recommend using no more than 2 images because found the more images you give to it, the more unpredictable is the results. And sometimes as marketers, we just want to create visuals for social media posts to gauge the interest before we invest in production. So I found this is another great way to use Nano Banana because it allows you to create different kinds of product variations pretty quickly without losing quality. So here is a makeup bag product. And the craziest thing is now you can just ask Gemini to change the color for you. Maybe pastel pink, emerald green, orange, lavender, and more. And immediately you get all the color variations for the same product. So now you can have these ready to use assets for a social post creative. In this case, I can draft a social post to announce some new arrival for these makeup bags. And so you don't need to wait for the products to be ready. And you can just use the preview to build your marketing assets. Now, not only for colors, you can change the patterns as well. So just go to any pattern design website to find inspiration. But note, these patterns are often licensed. So make sure you pay for the license if you decided to use it for commercial use. So let's say I found this floral pattern and I really like it. I want to try this pattern on my notebook products. And I can just ask Nano Banana to apply this pattern onto the cover of the notebook. And I must say, the results really blows my mind. It looks really, really real. It's just like a real final product. And the best thing is you can even ask it to create different product images for you. So perhaps I want this notebook to open or even to generate a close-up angle. So this is absolutely amazing. And now I can just use to generate the images to build a marketing assets for my social media. Perhaps an Instagram reel, so it looks great and ready to use. And as someone who is so obsessed with flower pattern, I would definitely consider buying. No kidding. So using this method, it would save you so much time and not just rely on some basic stock images. And Nano Banana not only speed up your marketing asset creation, but also helps you create a 3D videos for your product or subject much more quickly. So for example, we have this sneaker product and I can just give it to Nano Banana and then ask it to generate product shots with different angles. So perhaps a 3/4 front side view, a top-down view, a back view, a center front view, and this is quite impressive. And I think this is another great use case for Nano Banana. So you can just quickly generate different angles for products or objects quickly for marketing purpose. But sometimes as you do more multiple iterations, you will start seeing the quality degrade a little bit. Just like in this case, the label and the image doesn't match with the original one. So if you encounter similar situations, my tip for you is to start from scratch with a new chat. So the results will be much improved. So once we have the front end view and the back end view, we can just use image to video generation tools like Clean AI to create a 360 degrees product close-up videos by specifying the start frame and the end frame. And you can always specify the prompts to make sure the results is what you want. And you can see the results is quite impressive. And immediately you can have this 3D product video for your marketing usage. And notice that I highly recommend being transparent to mention this is an AI assisted angle, which will help maintain your brand trust. So Gemini is really powerful in creating marketing assets. So the next step is how we can really scale it up and to batch generate creatives or even building A/B testing variation fast, which I know is much needed for digital marketers. So for example, I have this ad creative template and I want to swap my 3 actual products with the demo product in this template. And I can just upload all the product images and ask it to integrate one of my products in this template. A bonus tip for you is to make sure you upload the template image as the last one. So to make sure Nano Banana will follow the template aspect ratio. And immediately it just put the product exactly where I want them to be, and all using the template that I provide. Another tip for you is that you can just click this download all images button to one-click export all the generated images. And within just a few minutes, you have all these marketing materials to further polish your final ad creatives. Another tip is try not to ask it to generate text in an image. As for now, LLM is still struggling to render text right in the images. Okay, so another powerful use is to generate A/B testing variations. So we have this social media ad creative for our perfume products, and we can just ask it to base on the two high-level directions, a scientific view and also a natural view, and come up with A/B testing variation ideas. So this way, you're not giving it explicit instructions, but really maximizing the power of Gemini to give you some new ideas. And I really like these two A/B testing variations. So you can see Nano Banana retain the core elements, the product outlook, the flower elements, and even the website URL, but come up with a completely different vibes. And I really like the second one. The natural look is well done with a clear product focus, and just like a ready-to-use commercial ad. And we can further ask it to remove the text, so we can further edit this on other tools to craft the final ad. Okay, another immediate use is create a product mockup. So as marketers, sometimes we need to create branded merchandise, and with Nano Banana, you can quickly bring your ideas to life as part of your proposal building for clients or stakeholders. So like in this case, we want to build a branded merchandise, so which is a baseball cap. So I can just upload the brand logo and then ask Gemini to generate a realistic product mockup. And the results is really impressive. It looks very real. And as we zoom in, so we can see the texture details, and it's just like a real product. Now let's say you also want to prepare some lifestyle photo shots for the proposal approval. Then we can just give a model image as reference and then ask it to generate an image where this model is wearing this branded baseball cap. And this is really impressive. And Gemini even puts the logo on the hoodie as well for branding purpose. So that's fantastic. So within just a few minutes, you not only get the product mockup preview, but also how it would look like if someone is wearing it. And this method doesn't just work for tangible products, it works for digital products as well. So perhaps I'm building an online course about AI. So I can just give Gemini my brand logo and then to build a premium product bundle for an online course called AI Accelerator. And this looks really nice in the first attempt. The background, the lighting, the setting is all professional, which is production ready. The only complaint I have is the spelling. So I noticed there is a typo for the word accelerator. So that's why I don't recommend you to ask it to render the text on the image whenever possible, but rather use any image editing tools to edit back yourself. Another powerful use is for marketing banners. I know creating custom visuals that don't look like generic stock photos is always a challenge for marketers. So I'm going to show you a simple but powerful method that will save you hours on making high impact creatives. So for example, I'm preparing a creative marketing banner for a pet care brand. And I found this really inspiring banner. I like the vibe, so I can just screen capture it and then copy it on Google Ads Studio and then ask Gemini to propose 3 new concepts for this banner design based on the analysis. And so we are not just asking it to give the prompt, but to leverage its creativity capabilities to come up with some new ideas. And I really like these new banner ideas, especially the second one, quiet moments of connections. Now we can just copy the prompts and then go to the generate media and pick the image gen model. And the best thing about AI Studio compared to Gemini web app is that you can specify the exact model, the aspect ratio, and even the output resolution. And let's try the highest resolution. And the generated image is really stunning, and I'm so impressed. The lighting, the composition, the quality, and the fine details are all perfectly done. It's just like a studio grade marketing asset. And the image size is over 7 meg, so it's absolutely suitable for any kinds of post-production. And I also tried the same prompt using ChatGPT, so you can definitely tell the difference that Gemini's one is more high quality with more fine details. So now we have these ready-to-use assets to further build the banner, and it looks really good and professional. So using this method, you can always create predictable and high-impact visuals for marketing usage. Another way you can use Nano Banana is to create sets of on-brand social media stickers or unique icons. Because again, it's easy to find lots of stock icons or stickers, but it's always a challenge to find those that can fit your branding. Let's say I have this branded mockup, which is an O. Using Nano Banana, we can ask it to turn the mockup into sets of social media stickers with different facial expression. So for example, a happy face, a loving face with hearted eyes, thumbs up, surprising face, angry face, and they all look so cute and on brand. And you can always generate more of them. And then you can just download them all and then import to Canva to build your custom brand sticker. And I came across a YouTube shorts from these creators, Elise Demo. So she has an excellent tutorials about how to use these custom stickers. So you can just export these stickers into PNG formats and then save to your phone and use it in your social media like Instagram story. So I'll put the link below. And sometimes creating engaging social media content often means telling a story with multiple visuals, which can be time consuming. So instead of giving image instructions to the model, we can ask it to be the creative partner and generate a full series of consistent images. So for example, I'm preparing a 300-word social media post about campaign tips for beginners. Besides asking Gemini to draft the post, so we will also ask it to create an image placeholder for the visuals and by referencing the style image that I attach. So you can see in the output, it doesn't just give the post draft, but also indicate the image with the description. So now we can just ask Gemini to generate all the 3 images for the social post using the style reference that I gave. And you can see the generated images are using the similar style from the reference. And what I like about this method is you can make sure the images are following the same storyline and stay consistent. And you can turn them into a blog post or maybe just a carousel post. Another way you can use Nano Banana is for mood board creation. So a mood board can be an incredible, useful tool for marketers. It helps you to clarify and communicate your brand's intended look, feel, and tone. And now with Nano Banana, we can quickly create one. So perhaps I'm a brand consultant and I'm preparing a mood board for an interior design client. And so I can just give Gemini a reference style image, and you can always give more if you want, and then ask it to base on this style to generate a single polished mood board that aligns the theme modern rustic with the supplementary images and color palette. And note, I haven't specified detailed directions. Just give the theme and let Gemini propose the mood board for me. And so you can see that instead of giving you separate lifestyle images, Gemini will give you the complete mood board with the color palette for you. And I like how it is using different distinct angles of the interior design using the same style, so they look coherent. And of course, you can always fine tune. Maybe some images are in a close-up angle or using a more interesting layout, and always edit it before passing to your clients. And you can apply the same concept to SaaS product as well. Just prepare all the UX interface mockups, color palettes, brand logo, and ask Gemini to create a mood board using these elements which to be used for new SaaS products. So this will give you a pretty quick mood board draft for inspirations or your further editing. Gemini image models are really powerful, but using it thoughtfully is what makes a difference in the long way for your brand. So first, use it for the right use case. I won't recommend using it in areas where human connections are highly valued, like user-generated content, customer testimonial. It defeats the purpose. And second, be transparent. Always disclose and be honest to your audience when an image is AI generated, especially when a high-stake decision needs to be made. There's no point in gaining efficiency if you lose the trust from your customers, right? If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up so more people can see this message. And I encourage you to join my community so you get access to all the prompts I share on my channel videos and other exclusive workshops. And before you go, also watch this video about all the powerful use cases you can use with Google AI, all completely free. See you next time.